Hi, I'm Oliver Age 24 and you're watching Game Dev Corner. Subscribe for regular videos about making and marketing indie games. Today I'm going to tell you 10 ways that you can reduce the effect of burnout so that you're able to work on games more effectively while maintaining your sanity and well-being. Number 1. Assign specific hours for working on your project. That way, you'll feel like you're putting the work in and getting things done. For example, if you don't specify that you're going to work 2 hours a night on your game, then even after you've worked for 3 or 4 hours, you might still feel like you've not done enough. You'll be measuring yourself in terms of how much work it feels like you've done, instead of feeling reassured because you know you've worked the amount of hours that you intended to work. Number 2. Don't strive for work-life balance. Lots of people say that you have to try to find the right balance between life and work. It's really hard to actually do that though, because sometimes you will be super busy and be doing more work than you'd like. I think that the better thing to aim for is harmony between your work-life ratio. You can find that by making sure that you're doing work that you truly care about. If you had to do a job for 5 hours a day that was soul-crushingly dull, you'll get way less work-life harmony than doing a job that you really care about for 8 hours a day. Number 3. Never work in bed or in your bedroom if you can help it. Set up a workstation or have a desk or go out to a coffee shop. I used to code on my laptop in bed and I'd always fall asleep while doing it. It was really bad for burnout because I always ended up feeling really tired, but also feeling like I wasn't getting enough work done, which had a negative effect on my motivation and burnout levels. After I realized this and started working on my desktop instead of my laptop, it had a really obvious effect on my mental health and productivity. It becomes much easier to split sleeping and resting from working. 4. Stick to a routine. Set yourself a bedtime, a morning alarm, and set breaks to have food, to check your phone, to check social media, and to have downtime to relax. Forming habits is a really good way to make sure that you stay productive. As long as you're consistently finding time to work on your project, you'll be moving in the right direction. If you don't plan a routine and push to be consistent, it's really easy to fall into procrastination and not finish things. 5. Don't let work creep into other areas of your life. If you're hanging out with your friends or at your day job or with your family or partner, try to shut out your project and be present. Having some distance and time away from your game will help you come back to it with new energy and find new solutions to problems. 6. Post about things after you've done them rather than before you do them. This is a weird one, as you might expect that if you tell people what you intend to do, you'll feel more accountable and you'll be more likely to follow through. However, that's not necessarily the case. By telling people what you intend to do, your brain actually reacts as if you've accomplished part of the goal, which means you're less motivated to do the hard part of actually completing what you set out to do. 7. Delay gratification. Our cultural norm is to try and fix issues straight away rather than wait and fix them later, even if the long-term solution is much better. For example, finishing your schoolwork before playing games instead of playing games and then finishing your schoolwork. If you can get into the habit of rewarding yourself after you finish a task, you'll be much more efficient. As an added bonus, you won't feel guilty while you're having the reward. You'll enjoy it more and you'll feel as though you've earned it. 8. Join online communities. I found the Game Dev and Unity subreddits super useful. You can talk to them about problems you're having, frustrations, issues that you're dealing with, and share with them your achievements. Interacting with people that are in the same situation as you helps you feel motivated and inspired. You might be developing a game on your own, but for your own mental health, don't do it alone. It also helps to vent about these issues with people that are also going through them, rather than friends and family who might not fully understand why making a game is so difficult. 9. The rubber duck technique. If a problem is driving you mad and you can't figure it out, try the rubber duck technique. The theory goes that if you explain the problem to somebody else, you might realise why it doesn't work, or see it in another light. If there's nobody around to explain it to, you can also talk to an inanimate object. which is where the rubber duck comes in. I personally prefer to use the giant Kermit technique. He's great. 10. Self-care and stress management. Self-care is all about taking action and finding time to improve and maintain your health and well-being. It's really easy to put your project first and yourself last. You might think that you can procrastinate your health and get it back in check once you've finished your project. It's not worth putting off though, and you'll do much better work if you keep it in check continuously. Games take a long time to make, and your body can only survive for a certain amount of time in crunch mode. So think of it as a long-term investment instead of a short-term strategy. And there you have it, 10 ways to reduce burnout while you're making an indie game. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please subscribe and turn on notifications to find out about the next one. If you have any questions, your own advice, or you want to discuss anything I said in this video, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye!
I am potato, I am potato, I am potato. Jesus, you're malicious. I am potato, I am potato, I am potato.